Many years ago, I wanted to pray with my patients before their eye surgery. And then I consulted the elders at Bethel, Pastor Rice. I said, should I pray? And many friends said, Ming, if you pray, the non-Christian patients will not come back. You will be offended. Then I was worried. Maybe I shouldn't be praying. But then Pastor Rice and the church leadership at Bethel said, Ming, if it's the right thing to do, there's a price to pay. So, okay, I'm going to go out the limb. I start praying with all my patients. Every single eye surgery I've done in my life, pretty much I pray with them before the surgery. Then, as a scientist, I always want to do research. So I identify about 100 non-Christian patients. And I want to find out how did they feel. So day after, I asked each of them. So this is a typical answer. They say, Dr. Wang, I don't share your Christ. I said, I know that. That's why I asked you. Were you offended yesterday during surgery? They say, yes, you did ask me for my permission, but I was underneath your surgical laser. I didn't dare to say no. And I knew I took advantage of the situation, but I took advantage for God, so I felt okay. But I said, I want to know, were you offended? And this is their answer. Almost all of them. They said, no. Not only I was not offended, I was moved. And I said, how could you be moved when you don't share my belief, my Christ? And this is what they said. Really taught me something. They say, Dr. Wang, I was moved yesterday before my eye surgery when you prayed because in one of my most important moments in my life, which is my eye surgery, which will determine the quality of my eyesight for the rest of my life, you brought in something that is most important to you, which is your Christ. And I appreciate that. So I realized at the moment, even though he does not believe Christ, even though we have different beliefs, religion, faith, but it's that humanity, the love for fellow human being that transcends the boundary of faith and religion. It's a love for fellow human beings that is our common ground.